You didn't find this message by accident. Heaven allowed it. Pause for a moment, breathe. This is holy ground. Right now you are standing at the edge of a divine revelation. Not thunder, but a whisper of grace is drawing you closer. For days I was silenced. For weeks, a fire burned in the spirit too holy to release until this exact moment. But now, by the will of the Most High, the truth is being unveiled. And you, chosen one, are meant to hear it. Be still and know that He is God, Psalm 46:10. The person you trusted most has hidden something from you. They smiled in your presence, but behind your back their actions whispered betrayal. That heaviness, you've carried the shift in the room, the chill down your spine. It wasn't your imagination. It was heaven trying to get your attention. Every sign, every dream, every moment of unease was divine warning. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Luke 8:17. Heaven has seen it all. Every word spoken in darkness, every false vow, every secret kept while you remained faithful. And now the time for silence has ended. The truth that once burned behind the veil is breaking through because you deserve to know. Archangel Michael declares, the truth you feared to face is the truth that will set you free. This is not a message of vengeance. It is a divine awakening because what was done to you was done in rebellion against heaven's order. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. And now the betrayal that was meant to break you will become the very fire that elevates you. You are not here to be afraid. You are here to be healed. He calls you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. You were chosen for this moment, not to suffer but to see. The masks are falling. The shadows are thinning. What they thought was hidden is being judged under the light of the Almighty. Every lie is losing its grip. Every false alliance is crumbling. This pain will pass, but the truth will remain. Now, as you step forward into this divine clarity, I invite you to respond. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, I receive your truth. Type amen in the comments as a sign of your readiness, your courage to face the truth and walk in the light. And stay with me until the very end, because the next word spoken will unlock the peace you've been praying for. Heaven is watching, and tonight the silence ends. Heaven has been holding its breath for this. And now, by divine order, the light is beginning to touch what's been buried beneath smiles that weren't sincere, promises that weren't kept, and words that were never meant to protect you. The truth is not far off. It's right beneath the surface. You trusted them. You let them into your world. Their presence felt safe, familiar. But behind their gaze was something heavier than guilt, something they could no longer hide even if they tried. You noticed it, didn't you? The way their words didn't match their energy, the way their silence spoke louder than their affection. They said they cared, but the Holy Spirit whispered otherwise, and now the veil is lifting. God saw every tear you cried when you couldn't even explain why you were breaking. You thought you were just tired, just stressed. But deep down, your spirit already knew something wasn't right. This message isn't about revenge. It's not about exposing someone to bring them shame. It's about giving you your freedom back. You need to know where the ache came from so you can stop blaming yourself for the cracks they caused. Take a look around you this week. Not everyone who claps when you rise has a pure heart. Ask yourself quietly, who genuinely celebrates my peace, who turns cold when I speak with joy, who shifts when I speak of purpose. Watch, discern, because when the Holy Spirit speaks, it's not always thunder. Sometimes it's a whisper inside your chest, a lack of peace, a divine discomfort. And that is your compass now. This wound, this ache was not random. Heaven whispers through its messenger. You passed the test, even when you didn't know you were being tested. Their actions were a choice, and heaven is responding accordingly. What they tried to bury is now surfacing, and no mask can withstand divine light. He will bring to light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of the heart. 1 Corinthians 4-5. In the next few days, you'll start noticing the signs. Their voice will tremble under questions that should be simple. They'll shift their eyes. They'll avoid the very peace they once pretended to protect. That's not coincidence. That's conscience. You are being divinely protected. The divine realm is shifting everything into place, and what they meant as betrayal is being rewritten into breakthrough. Let me tell you something powerful. Every tear you've ever cried was not wasted. It was counted. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle, some 56 to 8. You were never unseen. You are being prepared. This is sacred. What you're feeling, what's changing, it's not chaos. It's clarity, the kind that heals what confusion used to distort. The same people who tried to block your path will soon see your name rise in ways they never expected, and not for your glory, but so God's glory can be revealed through your survival. They tried to erase your path, but God redrew it in gold. But what they didn't know is that heaven held a sealed door just for you, waiting for this precise moment to unlock it. Watch carefully. Someone's words, a subtle message, an expression in their eyes, it will confirm everything. The truth is not here to destroy you, it's here to rescue you. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. This isn't punishment, this is alignment. The light has chosen you, and once you've been touched by truth, no lie can hold you. Not their silence, not their denial, not even your own doubt. The storm is over, beloved. Heaven is clearing the way. But healing is a choice. When bitterness rises, don't feed it, transform it. Take a breath, take a walk, and pray, Lord, use this pain as fuel for my purpose. Don't let their betrayal define you, let it refine you, because every time you chose peace instead of retaliation, heaven documented it as growth. Every time you didn't fight dirty, the angels took note. That's why the divine scales are tipping now. This isn't just exposure, it's restoration. God waited for this moment because He knew you were finally strong enough to receive it. The version of you today is ready to let go of false attachments and receive divine alignment. Someone new is already being sent into your life, someone honest, someone loyal, someone who mirrors your light, not manipulates it. You weren't rejected, you were being reshaped. You weren't forgotten, you were preserved for a purpose. That silence you felt, it wasn't absence. It was God working behind the scenes, removing voices that couldn't go with you into the next chapter. Now, as you breathe in these words, understand, the secret that once hurt you is the very evidence God is using to prove your strength. They wanted to see you fall, but heaven is about to show them your rise. Everything they said in private is coming to the surface, but not to shame them, to free you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Every smile you gave while you were breaking, every kind act in the face of cruelty, every silent night where you chose prayer over panic, it mattered, and now it's harvest season. Everything stolen in the dark is being restored in the light. This is not the end of the story, it's the turning point, the confusion, the restlessness, the distance. It was never random, it was orchestration. God was moving people, shifting spaces, preparing you for this awakening. They tried to erase their tracks, but light remembers everything. Every whisper, every shadow, every false vow, and now divine revelation unfolds, not to harm you but to anoint you with wisdom. You're not broken, you're chosen, you're not too late, you're right on time. And now, as this chapter opens, your spirit will begin to recognize what your heart already knew, that this pain was never your ending, it was your beginning. Let it be known, heaven saw it all, and heaven chose you. Right now, something sacred is happening, not in thunder or lightning, but in quiet rearrangements, subtle shifts, invisible movements that only heaven could orchestrate. What once looked like chaos in your life, it was never random, it was realignment. Heaven is not late, it is strategic. And you, the chosen one, are standing in a divine turning point that has been written long before you knew pain had a purpose. Justice is unfolding, but not the kind born from vengeance. This is justice through revelation, the kind where masks fall without confrontation, the kind where truth rises without shouting, the kind where God doesn't need to expose people to humiliate them. He simply lets their fruit speak, and now the fruit is showing. What you once cried over will soon become the proof that God never left you, not even with your assignment. They weren't stolen, they were filtered. And the blessing that once felt blocked, it's being released. Every closed door was divine delay, not denial. Every delay was preparation. And now what was withheld by the weight of deceit is being delivered in perfect timing. God Himself is scripting your rise, and those who watched your fall will witness your restoration, not for revenge, but as evidence that God always finishes what He starts. Heaven's voice resounds with clarity. This is your divine shift. You are stepping into a new timeline where pain is no longer your teacher, but peace is. Where betrayal no longer defines you because loyalty is now coming to meet you. Someone is being drawn toward you, yes. someone who mirrors your truth, your integrity, your heart there. Path has been aligned with yours and no detour can stop what's meant to connect. So remain where you are, don't run from this moment, this is holy ground. While you've been wondering why things fell apart, God's been building around you, situations, people and timelines are now bending to the will of the Almighty, placing you exactly where you were always meant to be. And in this divine placement, something powerful will occur, people will reveal themselves without your asking, some by truth, others by exposure. Either way, the weight will lift and you will rise untouched, not hardened, not bitter, but refined, strengthened, and wrapped in clarity like armor. Understand this. Your story was never about betrayal. It was about becoming unshakable. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. You were being shown who's for you before your table is set, just like Joseph betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, forgotten in prison, yet positioned for the palace. It wasn't Pharaoh's power that lifted Joseph. It was the purpose of God moving through every valley, the betrayal that broke you. It's now turning into the very ground your miracle will grow from. A door once slammed in your face will now open without knocking. You won't have to chase. What belongs to you is already tracking you down, not by coincidence, by divine design. Listen closely. You are not who you were when they hurt you. You are wiser, softer in spirit, but sharper in discernment. Now you see without being told, you sense without needing proof. That's the fruit of your healing, and heaven has marked that growth. A miracle that was once delayed is finally on its way, and not just any miracle. This one is going to rewrite your story, public restoration for private pain, visibility where there was once silence, clarity where there was confusion, and not because you fought but because you remained faithful. The one who betrayed you, their journey of realization has already begun. They won't return with pride. They'll remember your name with a heaviness only heaven can give, a holy kind of remorse. But you won't need apology to be free, because your freedom didn't come from them. It came from God. When the time comes, you won't meet them with wrath. You'll meet them with wisdom. Forgiveness won't be your weakness. It will be your crown, peace will be your weapon, and silence will speak louder than vengeance ever could. Heaven is saying clearly, you survived the storm, not just barely but beautifully. The truth outlasted the lies. And now as this new chapter begins, the same voices that once doubted you will echo your name in awe. The same eyes that watched your pain will witness your glow. The same ground that tried to break you will now elevate you. So as you walk into your day, practice peace deliberately before your fingers scroll through noise. Take a deep breath and whisper, Holy Spirit, steady me. Let peace guide me today. Let stillness be your sanctuary. When chaos knocks, don't answer it with fear. Answer it with grace. Every time you resist reacting and choose peace, you're training your spirit to align with heaven's rhythm. Remember, the secret that once crushed you has lost its power. The story they tried to write for you is no longer your narrative. And the version of you they mishandled, that person is gone. You've been transformed. You now walk with clarity, you speak with wisdom. You carry discernment like a shield, light surrounds you, truth covers you, and nothing formed against your peace shall prosper. Watch in the days ahead. Message, a phone call, a random encounter will feel too timely to be coincidence. It will come wrapped in peace, and when it does, you'll know it's the fulfillment of a promise. A reminder that what was meant for harm has been rewritten in divine gold. The person who once deceived you will try to return, but they won't find bitterness. They'll find a healed soul anchored in grace, because heaven doesn't raise warriors to fight in the flesh. It raises them to walk in light. Your delays were protection, your rejections were redirections. Every lonely night was sowing the strength you're now harvesting. So hold your posture, keep your spirit steady. You are not forgotten. You are being refined, and now the script has flipped. This is not the end of exposure, it's the beginning of your unveiling, and beloved, your light is about to be seen. The heavens are rejoicing. What was delayed has now been declared. You have entered the hour of redemption, the sacred point where pain turns into prophecy and delay transforms into divine timing. What once felt like loss was never lost at all. It was release, heaven's way of removing what could not walk beside your destiny. The one who betrayed your trust has already met their reflection in the mirror of truth. Their heart knows the weight of what they've done, but you chosen when you have found your wings. This is not your season of sorrow. This is your season of expansion, not revenge but restoration. not an ending but a beginning so divine that even the heavens rejoice. Stay still for a moment. This space you're in right now is sacred. You are not being warned anymore, you are being crowned. The time of hidden pain is closing and the dawn of divine visibility is breaking. Heaven is whispering, "Behold, I am doing a new thing now." It springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43-19. You've waited, you've wept, you've wondered, but now the pattern begins to make sense. Every delay, every strange stirring in your spirit, every quiet intuition that would not let you rest. Each was a signal preparing you for this revelation. Before heaven releases a blessing, the atmosphere changes. The air itself begins to shift. You may feel it like a gentle electricity in your chest. A still calm before something extraordinary. You'll start to notice repeating signs. A color, a number, a name, moments that echo each other. These are not coincidences. They are heaven's fingerprints. Archangel Michael calls them the signatures of destiny. When they appear, don't doubt, just acknowledge them, breathe and say within your heart, "I receive what heaven has prepared for me." That simple act of acceptance is not small, it's the ignition of the miracle already forming in the unseen. And when silence falls again, do not mistake it for abandonment. The quiet before a breakthrough is heaven's way of testing the vessel. God doesn't test to break you. He tests to ensure your heart can hold what he's about to pour. Remember the story of Abraham. For years he waited for his promise. When it finally arrived in Isaac, God asked for the very thing he had given. It wasn't punishment, it was verification. And when Abraham's faith held firm, heaven declared, "Now I know." Genesis 22:12. So when life feels still again, smile. The stillness is proof that your shift is near. You'll see changes in people too. Some will drift away with no explanation. That's not rejection, it's divine filtering. Others will resurface from your past, moved by an unseen hand. That's restoration. Heaven is editing the cast of your story, so only truth remains. Watch closely when you begin seeing feathers, flashes of blue, or feel sudden warmth across your shoulders. It's not imagination, it's presence. Archangel Michael is near, ensuring you know you are not alone. The unseen realm is already celebrating your elevation. You haven't stepped into victory. Victory has stepped into you, so don't panic. Prepare, clean your space, declutter your room, your desk, even your phone. Delete old messages that tie you to yesterday's pain. Release objects that carry the energy of who you used to be. Because heaven feels only empty hands. God blesses prepared vessels, not crowded hearts. When you make room, you say, "I'm ready," and heaven always answers readiness. You are no longer waiting. You are aligning. You are no longer chasing. You are attracting. Everything that was delayed is moving towards you, now flowing with no resistance. The betrayal they sowed became the soil for your breakthrough. What they meant for harm, God is turning for good. Just as he did for Joseph, Genesis 50-20. Soon you will not seek proof. The proof will seek you. It will arrive gently, unmistakably. A message, a chance encounter, a conversation that stops time, and you'll know this is not coincidence, it's fulfillment. Heaven says, the sign you prayed for is not coming from afar, it's rising from within you. You will recognize it by peace, not the loud kind that cheers, but the silent peace that settles in your chest. Even when life around you spins, it will be followed by alignment. Relationships will shift effortlessly and doors that once resisted will open without effort. Then comes timing. Opportunities will appear as if choreographed by unseen hands. You'll realize you're no longer pushing, you're flowing. In this flow, someone new approaches. You may not notice them at first. They won't arrive with fanfare or noise. Their energy will be gentle, their words steady, their eyes kind. You'll feel an odd sense of familiarity, as if your souls have met before. That's not fantasy, that's divine recognition. This person is not random. Heaven has tested, refined, and guided them toward you. They carry what was delayed, a word, an opportunity, a restoration meant only for your path. Whether they come as a friend, a partner, or a messenger, you'll know by the stillness inside you. When you meet them, time will seem to slow. You'll feel warmth in your spirit, and your soul will whisper, "This is not coincidence." Heaven speaks in moments like this. The person arriving is not here to repeat your past. They are here to rewrite it. They will honor your silence. They will protect your peace. They will understand your worth without needing to be told. Heaven isn't sending replacement energy. It's sending redemption energy. What's coming is not just someone new. It's a reflection of everything you've healed and everything you've become. Every delay was divine design. Every secret that once wounded you became the foundation of your miracle. Heaven is weaving together a story where truth wins, peace reigns, and your destiny finally breathes freely. So breathe deeply, you are standing at the threshold of what heaven has promised. The waiting season is over. The silence was never punishment. It was preparation. Your proof is already in motion. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to beg for it. You only need to be still and know that He is God. Psalm 46:10. The moment you've been sensing, the confirmation your heart has been craving is already unfolding in real time. Heaven is not waiting for tomorrow. It's happening now. You are being seen, you are being crowned, you are being restored. The air has shifted, beloved. The courts of heaven have spoken. This is your redemption hour. Don't step away now, beloved. The season of waiting is closing. The preparation you've endured, the silence, the heartbreak, the stillness that stretched too long is giving way to manifestation. You're not chasing anymore. You're no longer running toward what's yours, because now what's meant for you is finding you. It's already moving toward your spirit, guided by a divine order so precise it needs no announcement. It arrives like a whisper but settles like a promise fulfilled. It might look like an ordinary moment, a message, an unexpected conversation, a door that opens when you've stopped knocking. But look closely. The miraculous never needs to shout. Heaven speaks through humility, through stillness, through the kind of timing that feels too perfect to be planned. Over the coming days, you will find yourself at intersections you didn't arrange. You'll be in the right place at the right time, not because of luck, but because heaven willed it. That's when you'll know. This was why the waiting took so long. This is what the delay was preserving. The person carrying your breakthrough has already been drawn to your energy, not randomly, not by chance, but by divine choreography. Their path has been written into yours, not to disrupt your life,